All right, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Sark out here with Leg Man, aka LT. I call him Leg Man because this man got legs like tree trunks, man. Y'all should see these shit. But hey, we here today to give y'all some tips and advice on certain fitness stuff because I know a lot of people need help in advancing in their weightlifting career and what they doing throughout, like diet wise and how to lift and stuff. So we're gonna get some tips from Leg Man, see how he do it, because I need some tips for my legs too. I mean, they already there, but hey, I'm trying to get there too. How you feeling today?
I'm good. I worked out earlier than before, so that was kind of weird.
Oh, okay.
It's about 3 hours early.
Yeah, that's
It's
cool.
about when I start right now.
this corona shit messing us up, right?
I know, the emergency plan had to come out.
All right, so the first question I'm gonna ask you this for like beginning people. So people who just starting, would you recommend free weights or machine weights for them?
I mean,
Which one would you prefer them to start out using? Me personally, I like free weights, man. I get it in with free weights.
well, the answer is doesn't matter.
Okay.
Now, specifically, you can do either. I would say probably work with free weights first so that you're not getting used to like machines doing coordination work and balance for you. Because then once you start getting more advanced, or if you just decide you want to move to barbell or dumbbell weights, but you're only done machines, there's gonna be a period of time where you have to adjust to balancing the weights. So like for dumbbell bench press, let's say, if you only done a chest press machine where the machine it shows you where to go for you. All you gotta do is push.
Yeah.
Now, if you switch to a dumbbell, you're gonna be like, oh crap, like the weight's coming forward and backwards, and now I gotta work on balancing the weight. So you can't go as heavy as you might have wanted to. So I think starting out with more free weights is probably beneficial, just because that way if you do transition more to machines later, it's way easier than vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, personally, man, I can't stand machines, man. I hate machines. I'd rather free weights, everything. So,
Yeah.
like, let's go into diets. Most people call it diets. I hate calling it diets because when the body hear diet, it automatically go in shutdown mode, because when you think of a diet, you pretty much think about all the shit you can't put in your body. You can't eat, you can't do this, and you can't do that. So, what's your opinion on diets? Like, what would you...
Like the word diet, or
No, like just pretty much how,
like just eating less.
yeah, how a person should, like, if a person trying to lose weight or tone up,
Okay.
like, just give them tips on how.
Yeah. Okay. So like with like you're talking about with the word diet, it all depends on like what you think about a diet. It's all mental. It's like, so this is just talking about the word diet. So like you, for example, you probably seen in your life, every time you hear someone say diet or somebody talk about diet, it's like they're killing themselves eating like nothing.
Yeah.
So that mentally now, whenever you hear diet, it triggers that for you. So just be smarter when you hear the word diet. Don't automatically think of, oh, now I have to diet. Like I have to eat like salads for every single meal.
Eat like a rabbit all day or something.
Don't think of it that way. Because like that's how a lot of people think of it, and it's just not true. And as far as trying to lose weight, it's very easy. It's a caloric balance. So, me, for example, my maintenance calories, so the amount of calories I have to eat in a day to stay, I'm about 170 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I eat 3,000 calories a day, I'll stay at 170. I won't gain any weight, I won't lose any weight.
So you pretty much will be maintaining your body weight.
That's your maintenance calories.
Yeah.
So for me, it's 3,000.
Yeah.
Say I want to lose weight and get more shredded. I want a six-pack, whatever. What I'll do is I drop it from 3,000, just drop it. Whether that be you dropping it by 200 or 1,000, it doesn't really matter, as long as you go under that usual maintenance calories. So for me, I like a not as aggressive diet. I'm about under 200 to 300 calories. and then that all depends on your maintenance, and it's gonna suck regardless of how much you drop it by. The more you drop it, obviously, the less you can eat, the more it's gonna suck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many times should the average person work out a day?
The average person, it all depends that too. It's just, so the more advanced you get, the more your body has to train to grow. So essentially, all right. So let's take this real basic picture here.
Okay.
So let's imagine your bodies as like a brick wall,
Yeah.
right? Or not your body, your muscles. It's a brick wall, and when we train, a dude comes in with a hammer, and he starts making dents and cracks in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for a beginner, that wall's not even made out of brick. It's like made out of paper.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to train that hard. Like the guy coming in with the hammer, that's your training. So you don't have to train that hard to break down the muscle.
Okay.
Now, if you're really advanced, you've been training for a while, that wall is made out of like 10-foot steel. Like you got to go really hard to break the wall.
Teflon.
Yeah. So for the average person who probably hasn't worked out very much, you don't have to train that much. You can literally go for like a half hour to an hour a day, and you'll see improvement. Now, going on with the whole wall analogy, the process is we break down the wall, and then another guy comes in, a carpenter, with tools, nails, cement, whatever. And that cement and all those tools, that's your protein.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have enough protein, the carpenter shows up, he's got no tools, he can't fix the wall to make it bigger. So the carpenter, that's your body.
Yeah.
Your body's like, crap, this guy is like breaking this wall. If he keeps doing this wall's gonna get completely destroyed.
And
So I gotta,
to...
he's like, and I know he's gonna come back tomorrow and do the same thing. So I gotta make this wall thicker and bigger so he doesn't break it.
Yeah, and he's not coming back with the right tools for us to rebuild. I get what you're saying on that.
And then when you give your body protein, and this carpenter who built the wall, he shows up 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to work 5 times a day. That's why I like to say eat 5 meals a day with protein. Because he shows up 5 times a day. If you have protein all those 5 times, he's gonna be building.
Okay.
Now, you can get away with 4. 4's pretty good too. I'd say at least 4 times. You can do 3, 2, 1, however many, whatever works for you. I'm just saying, optimally, to build the most amount of muscle in the shortest amount of time, 4 or more meals a day with protein.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into this last question because I ain't want to take up too much of your time, leg man, because I know you got to go do some leg workouts or something. So, what kind of supplements would you subscribe for somebody to use if you would subscribe them to use supplements? Like what type?
Oh.
Even if you asked them to use, well, if they wanted to use supplements, would you suggest supplements to people?
Oh yeah.
And what I mean by supplements, I don't think I mean like steroids and shit like that. Y'all do that on your own.
Legit
I'm not encouraging nobody to do no steroids. This is my
don't
disclaimer
do
right
illegal.
here. I'm not saying this is not a video
Don't
to
do
tell y'all to
anything
do steroids. This is shit you can buy at a GNC or Walmart or something. This is for beginners. But what would you suggest if you suggested anything?
I mean, there's tons of things, but the top 4 I would say is some sort of protein supplement. So whey protein, the difference between whey and casein is slow digesting, whey protein is fast digesting.
Yeah.
So whey, eat it whenever you want, except for right before bed. Right before bed, I suggest have some casein protein.
Yeah, see me, I take bone collagen before I go to sleep. So that's just me. My body different from everybody else, so what worked for me may not work for everybody else. That's why we having different interviews with different people. But go ahead with that.
The reason I say casein before bed because it's slow digesting, but you go to bed for 8 hours, 6 hours, however long you go to bed for. But this is the last time that the carpenter shows up to work.
Yeah.
And then he's off for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
So when he shows up to work the last time, you want to give him tools that's gonna last as long as possible. So casein protein is slow digesting, so he'll be able to work that whole time that you're sleeping.
Okay.
That's the reason why you want it slow. Now, chicken, most animal proteins also are slow digesting proteins.
Okay.
I like what I personally do is I mix Greek yogurt
Mm-hmm.
with casein protein, put some sugar-free syrup in there and some fruits. And that's what I
make you a smoothie, man. Milkshake or something.
Yeah, it's basically like protein ice cream. It's
Yeah,
delicious,
that
and
sound like
that's what I eat before bed, and it's like maybe 300 calories.
Put some peanut butter in that more. You said.
Yeah. So, but whey protein, yeah, you can eat that whenever. I would just say just not before bed because it's fast digesting. So he's gonna use all the whey, and
Yeah.
then that's it. So number 3, I'd say, is BCAAs, so branched chain amino acids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of arguments saying like, oh, they work, they don't work. They definitely work. It's just the maximum is reached pretty quickly. So like, there's only so much amino acids your body can use. So just like loading up on amino acids is not going to get you crazy results.
Uh-huh.
You hit a maximum, and that's as much as your body can use. That's going to be different for everybody. But I like to use a BCAA supplement so I know I am reaching that maximum
Yeah.
every day. Moving on to number 2, I would say it's creatine. Yeah, creatine's great. Like, there's a lot of scientific articles and research done proving how good it is. Now, don't get tricked. There's a lot of people out there now that are selling, creatine. I forget what the different types that they're trying to sell are, but there's different types of creatine. They're like, oh, this one's better. Like,
Yeah.
your body absorbs it faster, so you're gonna get bigger results fast. No, that's not true. Not true. Like, if anything, creatine monohydrate, they have the same results or worse results than creatine monohydrate, and they're all more expensive than monohydrate. Monohydrates, it's the king. Just get creatine monohydrate. It's the cheapest. Use 5 grams a day. It's amazing for muscle building. It's one of the best supplements. Now, finally, the number 1 supplement is omega-3 fatty acids. So I take a pill because I don't like salmon.
Yeah.
A lot of fish have these omega-3s, and it's a good cholesterol. So you have HDL and LDL. Or is it what? HDL and LDL, I think. Anyway, HDL is the good cholesterol. LDL is the bad one. That's how you're gonna get a heart attack, all that.
Okay.
Now, we want to increase the HDL because that's the good stuff. So, eating fish with high fats is gonna get you those omega-3s. Or I like to just take a pill because I'm lazy and I don't like the taste of fish. So, it's really good for your So also when you do cardio, it builds up that HDL cholesterol. So that's why cardio is good for you. It improves your heart health, and you basically live longer.
Okay. So that's your 4?
Yeah.
Man, you got me wanting some salmon patties. Man. Talking about salmon. I'm about to go cook me
Yeah, I'm
some
not about the salmon.
Cook me some salmon patties, man. I'm
That's
hungry
not
as hell.
me.
That workout we just had, man. But yeah, so I appreciate your time, man. Coming in, giving them the advice and tips.
Now, I'm not a doctor, so everything I say, go talk to your doctor before you do it.
Oh yeah, and another disclaimer. Let me tell y'all, we just starting. We ain't no professional bodybuilders, none of that stuff. It's just coming from somebody who lift a lot, been lifting for a couple years. We know a little bit based off of what we did. We not professionals, like Legman said. We not doctors or none of that. So before you even go try any type of supplements, make sure you check with your doctor, because I don't want nobody having no reactions based off of this video. Oh, Big Orange say do this, or Legman say do that. So make sure y'all go check with y'all doctors. But yeah, man, appreciate your time, man.
Yeah.
We'll be doing this again, getting some more tips from you. Trying to get my legs like yours, but
and always do your own research, I would say. Like, no matter what you hear, just at least at the very minimum, at least watch videos from different people and compare what they say. You can do more research and the internet's amazing. Like, you can get so much information. Like, just
And then another thing I want y'all to know, like, you can always get advice from anybody. Even if they not the fittest person in the world, they still can give you advice on something that you don't know. They can be the biggest person, the smallest person. So don't be afraid to take advice from nobody. Anybody can give you advice. Like me, I mean, I work out all day, every day. I'm somewhat big, but I wouldn't say it, but you know, I hear it a lot. But I would take advice from anybody. That's why I like interviewing or talking to different people, because they give me different insights on things I can do to help improve myself as a person. So, you got anything else?
Go Army powerlifting.
Yeah, y'all have a great day. Big Sarn, we out here. Get them games. Let's collect.